Welcome on this night to the Light in the Darkness service. This time is about you. It's a time for you to slow down, to be comfortable in the silence of the night and the moment, and just to allow time for the Spirit to be with you and in you. You are welcome to simply just be. You need not do anything you don't want to do. Simply be and be comfortable in this special time and place. Tonight, I will be joined in service as a co-host, as co-presider with Mike Janssen. And I'm just grateful to have him here with me tonight as we do this. We find light in the darkness together. Our opening hymn is number 55, In the Bleak Midwinter. And now you may stand and sing, or you may sit. Once again, it's a time for you to just be as you desire. I would like to stand. In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan, and stood hard as iron We gather this evening in God's presence, in this season of birth, of waiting, of expectation, freely admitting that at times we can also be so overwhelmed by loss, by expectations, by responsibilities, and by the pain of this world.
It is easy to wonder how the joy of rebirth will touch us, how there will be room for new life in our lives. We come to hear again that there can be joy with the sadness, and that there is light in the darkness. We gather amidst the pain and the joy as people who seek to hope and trust in the light of Christ.
And we also gather in love. We gather in a place of love, in honor of one who loves us. And in that love, we claim all the permission we need to feel what we need to feel tonight, knowing that God understands us and accepts us and is present with us just as we are.
So flee for a while from your tasks. Hide yourself for a little space from the turmoil of your thoughts. Come, cast aside your burdensome cares and put aside your hard labors. Give this time to God. Rest in God for a little while. Find the light in the darkness.
Our first solo tonight is an invitation to travel to a place within where peace dwells, a call to the Spirit of Jesus to be with us in breath and to minister to us this evening.
I have wandered many moonless nights, cold and weary, with a babe inside, and I wonder what I've done. Holy Father, you have come and chosen me now to carry your Son. I am waiting in a silent prayer. I am frightened by the load I bear in a world as cold as stone. Must I walk this path alone? Be with me now. Be with me now. Breath of heaven, hold me together. Be forever near me. Breath of heaven, as you watch my face. If a wiser one should have had my place, but I offer all I am for the mercy of your plan. Help me be strong, help me be, help me. Breath of heaven, hold me together, be forever near me. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, light in my darkness, pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven, hold me together, be forever near me. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, light in my darkness, pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, breath of heaven.
Grief. Like a swell of the ocean on a rocky strewn shore, it claws back the layers of wet sorrow. I lie glistening, alone, on the hot shale that is my heart, and I weep salty tears. Above, the seagulls scream my pain into the shimmering air, and I feel the grit of lost moments shifting beneath my shoulders. As I writhe and squirm under the crashing wave, its force takes my breath, washes me clean, tingling, alive, quivering in the blazing sun, spent and being spent, I wait. Grief. It will pass, and I will be changed.
The lake is frozen over, the trees are white with snow. and all around reminders of you are everywhere I go. It's late and mornings in no hurry, but sleep won't set me free. I lie awake and I try to recall how your body felt beside me. When silence gets too hard to handle and the night too long, and this is how I see you in the snow on Christmas morning. Love and happiness surround you as you throw your arms up to the sky. I keep this moment by and by. Oh, how I miss you now, my love. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, my love. Sense of joy fills the air, and I daydream and I stare up at the tree. I see your star up there, and this is how I see you in the snow on Christmas morning. Love and happiness surround you as you throw your arms up to the sky. I keep this moment by and by.
This is a season when we feel more deeply than some other times. Our highs tend to be higher, our lows are lower. It is winter time, a time of heightened anxiety for our ancestors who lived in northern climates. They wondered, will we survive the cold? Will we have enough to eat? Will the sun ever come back?
It was a time when support and hope was needed. And so every culture had its own rituals and prayers to bring the clan together, to acknowledge the darkness, to bring their fears and anxieties out of hiding as they remembered and bore testimony together that the sun does return and that life never ends.
Like them, we gather tonight in the darkness of our concerns and our anxieties and our sadnesses. We gather as a loving clan of people, some who name ourselves as Christians, along with other people of goodwill, members of one human divine family, to claim our own truths, to support each other, and to heighten our awareness that whenever we gather in love, the divine presence is powerfully with us. Whatever name we may use, Jesus is present where there is love.
really hurts this time, 'cause you're not here to celebrate with me. Tears fill my eyes and memories flood my mind as I place your ornament upon our tree. Although this year I have a broken heart, it gives me hope and joy as I remember where you are. You're in my broken heart, you're in my memory. Your life is what we're celebrating, and that thought amazes me. Sometimes I still break down, grieving that we're apart. But the sweetest gift is knowing where you are. You're in my broken heart. Got your picture in a frame and a stocking with your name. Oh, God knows it's been hard letting go. And I can't bring you back, but I'll see you again. And oh, that thought is healing to my soul. I'll miss making angels with you in the snow. I guess you've gone and joined the chorus where all the spirits go. You're in my broken heart, you're in my memory. Your life is what we're celebrating, and that thought amazes me. Sometimes I still break down, grieving that we're apart. But the sweetest gift is knowing where you are. You're in my broken heart. And I know the Christmas season was your favorite time of year. You love to help us decorate our tree. But now that you have left us, I don't remember how to feel. But I'll hold to what you gave to the world and to me. You're in my broken heart, you're in my memory. Your life is what we're celebrating, and that thought amazes me. Sometimes I still break down, grieving that we're apart. But the sweetest gift is knowing where you are. Yes, the sweetest gift is knowing where you are. Oh, I'll never forget holding you in my arms. You're in my broken heart.
So, yes, God is with us in this common space we share tonight. There is a space here tonight in our minds and our hearts for our ancestors, along with the divine, for we are all connected. We've brought our loved ones with us, those who have died, those special ones who we love and who love us. They are here tonight, right now. They live in us and we live in them, and tonight we acknowledge that profound truth by lighting candles, which we will do later, to signify and honor their presence in our lives.
And whatever feelings wash over us, from sorrow to joy, whatever this place, this moment finds us in, we draw strength and peace from the promise of our faith, that whether we feel it or not, all things work together for good when we respond in love, that in time, everything works out for those who live in love, whatever the darkness.
And that is the essence of Christmas, the essence of our faith. Fear not, the angels sang over and over again. Fear not to the shepherds, for all things will work together for good. Fear not, Mary. God's love will come to you in the ways you need to see you through. Fear not. The breath of heaven is with you, and you will be blessed, and you will not be alone.
When I walk through deep waters, I know you will be with me. When I'm standing in the fire, I will not be overcome. Through the valley of the shadow, I will not fear. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. In the midst of deep sorrow, I see your light is breaking through. The dark of night will not overtake me. I am pressing into you. Lord, you fight my every battle, and I will not fear. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You're my strength, you're my defender. You're my refuge in the storm. Through these trials, you've always been faithful. You bring healing to my soul. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. I am not alone. I am not alone.
Amen.
Life is a two-way street. We say it all the time. But for most of us, it seems a lot easier to walk down the street of caring for others than to walk the other direction of caring for ourselves. The true meaning of this Advent season of waiting for Christmas to come invites us to honor who we are, what we are feeling, and what we need. That's how we prepare for healing and transformation. It's the only way. We must breathe in to breathe out.
But it's hard to get past the pain, and it's hard to get past the shock and the tiredness that life throws at us sometimes. Loss throws us into change, mostly unwanted change. We feel the vulnerability of chaos, of loss, of our lives changing.
The two Christmas stories are all about the vulnerability of existence, the confusion of change that changes us. Matthew's story of Jesus' birth and Luke's story are very different. They use different symbols, but they have one thing in common: chaos. Nothing happens the way it's supposed to. Luke's story is all wrong. The Messiah is not supposed to be born poor in a manger with animals. Kings and not shepherds are supposed to announce his birth. Things don't always happen the way we expect.
And Matthew surprises us too. The Messiah is not supposed to be morally compromised, born without a father or out of marriage. The Messiah is not supposed to have to flee to Egypt as a refugee.
Life is what happens when we are making other plans. You know that. So give yourself permission to be who you need to be amidst the changes.
And if it makes you happy to run around and for just the right present, great. But if the thought makes you depressed and tired, you have other choices. The thought is really what matters, because if it's not, then the present isn't worth giving anyway. If preparing the perfect meal is relaxing and it makes you happy, then prepare away. But if it feels like unwanted pressure and you feel resentment instead of joy, then get someone else to do the cooking or keep it simple. You have choices. Everyone offers takeout now. Order your favorite comfort food 5 days a row if you need to, and spend all your days in pajamas if you need to.
Perhaps Jesus said it best. Come unto me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Reassurance from the one who himself found rest in the most unexpected of places, a manger.
We'll sing the hymn together, all poor ones and humble. Please remain seated. Sadness is also something we don't associate with Christmas, although we should. Sadness is a hallmark of grief, the proof that someone has gifted you with their love and influence, and there are few times we feel sadness more acutely at this time of year than at this time of year.
Sadness is the consequence of loss, losing someone or something we deeply care about. It is normal. It's unavoidable to feel sad when we grieve. But why is that? Why does sadness have to exist? Why can't we just move from shock to loss to acceptance without all the pain in the middle?
Sadness plays an essential role, forcing us to regroup physically and mentally, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. In sadness, we instinctively turn inward, don't we? We withdraw, we slow down. It's as if our soul presses the pause button and says, whoa, time out. I need to acknowledge what's happened.
Our culture is not good at that. It's not going to help us much. It's about denial. Suck it up. Get back to work. People are more sympathetic to physical wounds. Oh, your cast looks serious. Make sure you rest. But emotional distress seems like our fault. We get the message that it can be controlled or subdued. But just as physical wounds need attention, so do our emotional wounds.
Paradoxically, the only way to lessen our pain really is to move toward it, and not away from it. When we admit to feeling sad, people may say things like, "Oh, don't be sad," or "Just think about the things you have to be thankful for."
These comments come from a good place, but they don't get the fact that if we don't feel what we need to feel, we will go numb and be unable to feel, unable to heal. It's the emotions flowing through us that wash our grief away and bring us healing.
There's a poem by Rumi called The Guest House, and it offers some helpful encouragement. And it goes like this: "This being human is like a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor sometimes. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond."
Feel what needs to be felt. Allow it to check into your being and allow it to check out, to move on through. The only other alternative is to close our hearts. Closing our heart on grief leaves us feeling alone, feeling isolated, rather than feeling supported through our mourning and feeling love.
"Blessed are those who mourn," Jesus said, "for they shall find comfort." We have a beautiful song of us finding comfort in the valley where our soul is restored, by Heather.
When I'm low in spirit, I cry, "Lord, lift me up." I want to go higher with thee, but nothing grows high on a mountain. So God walks to the valley with me. Then he leads me beside still waters. Somewhere in the valley below, and he draws me aside as I'm tested and tried, and in the valley he restoreth my soul. It's dark as a dungeon, and the sun seldom shines, and I question, "Lord, why must this be?" But then he tells me there's strength in my sorrow, and there's victory in trials for me. Then he leads me beside still waters. Somewhere in the valley below, and he draws me aside as I'm tested and tried, and in the valley he restoreth my soul, and in the valley he restoreth our soul.
And now, surrounded by the good news of God's presence and the promise of continuing life, let us come forward to light candles in memory of loved ones, to honor them, and to affirm that they journey with us still, and that somehow love heals us and makes everything all right again.
We have gathered tonight aware of the darkness of our world, the darkness of ignorance, cruelty, and greed, and in the nighttime of our own sadness and pain as new life struggles to be born and reborn. We are aware of the darkness, but so too are we aware of the good news that light shines in the darkness.
Parent God, we give thanks that on a night like this 2,000 years ago, a child was born who changed the world by revealing, by word and by deed, that we are all one family, loved by you, called by you into existence, and equipped by you to overcome evil with good and to grow through grief to a deeper life and more love. Yes, light shines in the darkness.
Can we say it together, the response?
Light shines in the darkness.
We give thanks that tonight, somewhere, a child is being born who will answer your call to bring healing and transformation in our world, even as we ourselves have the ability to give the light of love to one another. So I say yes,
Light shines in the darkness. Tonight, somewhere, someone who is lonely is receiving the comfort of a stranger and is experiencing a moment of hope and love. Tonight, someone is thinking of us with a love, and their love is a comfort. Yes, light shines in the darkness.
And so, great Spirit, we take the promise of your love and your strength to heart. We claim for our own lives the good news that weeping may last for the nighttime, but joy comes in the morning. Light shines in the darkness. Oh yes,
Light shines in the darkness.
Our closing hymn for tonight is number 67, Silent Night. Please stand if you're able.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon burning
is night. The night is for stillness. As we leave this place, let us be still in the presence of God.
It is night after a long day. What has been done has been done, and what has not been done has not been done. Let it be.
The night is dark. Let our fears of the darkness of the world and of our lives rest in you.
The night is quiet. Let the quietness of peace enfold us, all dear to us, and all who have no peace.
The night heralds the dawn. Let us look expectantly to a new day, new joys, new possibilities. In the name of love we ask. Amen. Now let us leave quietly and in peace.